Jody, looking at the Suns' schedule beyond just tonight, they get Oklahoma City tonight. Minnesota on Sunday, so then this road trip is done. Then they're home for 3 against Orlando on Monday. That's 3 games in 4 nights coming up.
Yeah, they've been really getting the rough end of the schedule. Being home will be good, though. But yeah, to have the back-to-back, that is a tough one with the travel.
Yeah. Really? To play Minnesota
Brutal,
Sunday?
Yeah. And then they have, I know where you're going with this, though. Then after the Knicks game.
So that's Wednesday.
They have a 5-day break.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't think anyone knows why. I've talked to a few people. There's really no reason.
But that's
Does
good.
it have to do with the cup games or something? I don't know why it would.
I mean, maybe it has something to do with the fact that they right now are playing every single night. And so
but they'll take it, right? I mean, look at what could happen in that time. You could potentially, certainly 5 days for anyone is going to be a break for the body.
Yeah.
And maybe heal up a little bit.
Devin
so
Booker
what does that
could
mean?
Use that break for sure.
Yeah.
So Kevin Durant, the only real update we've gotten was Saturday that he's going to be reevaluated in 2 weeks. So we're almost a week through that. Almost. It's been kind of a painful week without him. But so if he gets reevaluated in 2 weeks, as that email said, that would be next Saturday, which is kind of in the middle of that break. So potentially then you maybe see him back November 26th against the Lakers. They play Wednesday, November 20th at home against the Knicks. And then the next game is Tuesday, November 26th at home against the Lakers.
That would be fantastic. Hopefully that calf is healing up. And, the calf has been a problem for a few of these guys. So, and it can be a nagging thing. And you want to make sure he's good to go. Kevin Durant was playing out of his mind. I say that, but that's his standard. Really, he's been that kind of a scorer. But what I loved this year is what you're seeing more of, and we haven't really talked on the air, you and I, about it since last year.
Yeah.
I don't think. Yeah, right.
It's all a blur at this point.
We're only like 12 games in. So
you could tell me this is any day or year right now, and I would believe it.
Yeah, and it is Friday. We do know that. But, seeing the ball handling get better as a team, with the addition of Tyus Jones and Morris, for that matter, who I know isn't getting like a ton of minutes, but it's cut down on those turnovers as a team, which also, cuts down on them a little bit for KD. And he's having fun. He's so just seeing him go out with injury is very tough, but all you can hope is, I'm hopeful that he could be back by the 26th. That would be fantastic. Just hoping there's no setbacks or that maybe it's just not healing. Hopefully it heals well.
This might just be totally mindless optimism, but I'm going to go down this path anyway. At least with Durant, I feel like he's kind of navigated this before, even around the Olympics this summer. So it could be totally different. It could be a totally different version of the injury, but I don't know. I'm hopeful with him that it really only is the 2 weeks, because even if it is only the 2 weeks, they still have Oklahoma City, Minnesota, Orlando, and the Knicks coming up. And I don't know if Bradley Beal is going to be back for any of them, and we don't know that yet. I would kind of assume, since he's really in the day-to-day thing, and with KD, they flat out said, we're going to reevaluate in 2 weeks. I would kind of assume that Beal has a chance to play Sunday or Monday. But at a certain point, that's a brutal schedule. And if it's only Booker of like your main scorers, that's going to get that. You're gonna be asking a lot of him.
Well, you're right, because Durant, like, let's just take tonight. Tonight Beal is out. That Durant is out, obviously, but you have Grayson Allen still questionable with hamstring soreness, and then you have Nurkic now questionable with left ankle sprain. So this could be even worse than the other night against the Kings.
Yeah, against a better team. And it's the NBA. I understand that you consider yourself lucky if you go to an NBA game and all the players on both teams are playing, because that's kind of rare. But it's a different level when you're missing Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal, and then potentially guys that you would lean on. Like it's almost like the starting quarterback's out, and so is the backup, and so is the backup. You know what I mean? But you do at least still have Devin Booker. Now here's Tyus Jones after Wednesday's game saying, no excuses.
A little bit, but at the same time, we're not into making excuses or looking to make excuses or, looking for anyone to feel bad for us or anything like that. Like, we were still 100% confident going into the game and ready to compete. And didn't make shots tonight, didn't get the stops we needed on the defensive end of the floor, and just one of those games, couldn't really get it going in long enough spurts. So you can chalk it up to whatever you want to, but at the end of the day, that doesn't win games for us. So we're not really into making excuses.
No excuses.
Well, of course they're going to say that. And yet, that to me, the other factor was just 3 games in 4 nights and they're tired a little bit and on the road. They are still on the road, but they had yesterday. So tonight I'm looking to see a more fresh group as a whole, but will it be more diminished if you're without Nurkic and you're still without Grayson Allen? So that's what's challenging them right now. So it's a challenge for Mike Budenholzer, who certainly he has no excuses. He wants to deploy these other guys in the best possible way that they can. I mean, my question is, who's going to be the Josh Okogie tonight? Who can be that guy that can step up?
I have a quote here. I haven't played it yet, but it's labeled as Mike Budenholzer asked, "How can Bol get more playing time?" Which I can only assume Rick
was Jesse there.
Yeah,
Rick.
He showed.
Okay,
up.
I'll go with Rick today.
I'm sure he did. Here's Coach Bud's answer.
It's tough. We got a lot of depth. He's just got to keep working in practice. Though it's a long season, he'll find opportunities. And he's just got to keep working and be prepared for that opportunity.
I really enjoyed the Bol tie lineup.
Yeah. I'm sure,
I know that was fun.
I'm sure you did.
Were they wearing bolo ties after the game?
Okay, look at that. Coming
Does anyone
here.
even know what a bolo tie is
Phil
anymore?
Rivers. That's how I know, because Phil Rivers used to wear them everywhere.
Yes,
Yes, it's like a big thing in Texas, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
I don't know.
there
It's
you
just
go.
like a string through a circle, right? Isn't that basically what it is? Here's Josh Okogie talking about his big night on Wednesday.
Just being aggressive for just trying to bring that energy off the bench. Really wasn't paying attention to the points too much. More so just trying to get the lead sustained, which we couldn't get. Right?
Where else can you go from bolo ties to Josh Okogie in less than 10 seconds? Like, my head is spinning after that. They may need that from whether it's Josh Okogie or somebody else. They're going to need it. I don't know if you count on it from Josh Okogie. I think you probably go into the game saying, "Hey, book, you know what you have to do," and somebody else, somebody else's are going to.
The Okogie thing is interesting. I heard Burns and Gambo talking yesterday about. So we know that we know about the signing of Okogie and kind of the trade piece and the equal value element but I think the question is like, can he play like this?
Yeah,
like more consistently. And I don't know the answer to that, but we're going to find out.
He's going to get his opportunities here.
I mean, and then I guess who would be the other candidate in that? I mean, that's the question.
I assume you're going to get a good game from Tyus Jones. I just don't.
I think you can. I think he's been okay. I think he can even be. Is there an element of, and I don't want to compare it to baseball because it's totally different, but there's an element of certain guys getting off to a slow start. It's still kind of early.
Yeah.
What are we seeing? Are we going to see them? I do think that's real in any sport, to be honest with you. And I think that, and obviously as you get into the games, you are going to sustain some injuries. And so you do expect more from other guys and them getting their minds around that. I mean, it's a whole different game when you don't have Durant and Beal in there and then you add Allen. It's an entirely different set of circumstances and personnel. And I think you have guys getting used to the substitutions as it is. It's different under Mike Budenholzer, so they're learning him. So look, I don't know how tonight's going to go, but I just think they have to. One thing we know is they have to match the effort.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not the easiest place to play.
No, I mean Oklahoma City, and they're 10-2, and they're a team that they're going to bring energy and they're going to throw everything at you, especially the way they run their defense. So you have to bring a pretty special effort here tonight on a November Friday night.
Thanks for watching Wolf and Luke. Tap to see more and click the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.